Thank God it is finally a new year and a new month. And considering it's a new month, you know what that means. A new investing guide. So today, I'm going to talk about some interesting things that have changed in the market from the last month, some skins and collections to keep your eyes on, and what can make you some big profit throughout the upcoming months and the rest of the year. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a comment telling me your favorite skin, and if you're new to the channel or in the 85% of people that watch my videos and aren't yet subscribed to the channel, be sure to do that so you don't miss any of my investing or CSGO content. We're on the road to 20k, so help a homie out and hit that subscribe button. But for now, let's get right into the video. So the first thing that I want to go over is the very notable price increase of skins from the Shattered Web Operation collection. As we all know now, it looks like the collections from Shattered Web have been completely discontinued, meaning there's no way to get the skins from them anymore or to get Shattered Web cases or any items from the operation, unless you're doing a trade up or something. But since Operation Broken Fang came out, people realized that these skins are extremely limited. If we take a look at the price of the Deagle Emerald Jormungander, I'm not gonna try, I don't know. You get the point. The skin has gone up from $75 to $80 to roughly $105 to $110 on the Steam market in roughly the past month, so a notable increase. And if you just buy something like this to have it as a play skin and it's increasing in value, that's pretty sick. Not to mention, from what I've seen, considering I just bought one, this thing is getting pretty difficult to get a hold of for a reasonable price on third-party sites. I actually managed to scoop one up on SkinBaron for €63 a week ago, and now the cheapest on SkinBaron is €90. So on CS Deals, you can actually find a few of them for a reasonable price, but if you look at the recent price history, they're still $10 more than the last sale. People are really starting to scoop up past operation items, so depending on your budget, be ready to make some big moves. Just to compare another operation item from Shattered Web, the Op Prince Factory New has gone from having a $1,400 sale a few months ago to an $1,800 sale in just under 3 months. So it's another really good thing to look at if you have the budget for it. Also, ignore the $300 sale here. I don't know if somebody was just feeling generous or something like that, but that is not an accurate price. $1,400 is and $1,800 is. So $400 increase in just 3 months, pretty solid. Okay, so now that we know past operation items are starting to have a bit more hype, what should you do? Should you buy them now? Wait until the later stages of Broken Fang to buy skins from one of the 3 collections this time around? What is the best option? Well, personally, it's honestly up to you and the budget you have. Waiting around until the end of Operation Broken Fang when there's the most skins in circulation seems to be a really solid choice, but as we've seen from the price trends in Operation Shattered Web skins, they look like a great option as well. So just be sure to keep your eye out if you see any good offers and don't be afraid to jump on them, as if you're patient, you should be making some money. But this brings me into another area to talk about. When is the best time to invest in skins from the Broken Fang collection? Is it at the very end when there's the most in supply? Well, surprisingly, based on the current trends, it might not be. And I actually made the mistake talking about this in one of my earlier videos, saying that waiting till the end of the operation should make some of the top tier higher skins like Op Fades, M4 Blue Phosphors, they should be cheaper, right? But it actually seems like the more higher tier skins getting into the game as people spend their stars on collections are just not really mimicking the price trend that we would normally see. The M4 Blue Phosphor and Op Fade really don't seem to have a price trend that decreases as more come into supply. Pretty much since the very beginning of the operation, they haven't really tanked at all. So picking a good time to invest in these items may be really hard, but if they mimic the trend of the higher tier skins from the Shattered Web collection, once a new operation comes out, or just a few months past Operation Broken Fang, or the end of it at least, assuming that these collections aren't reused, it can make you some big money. Plus, of course, you have a sick play skin to use for the time being. But before we get into some of the final investments, let me talk about our sponsor for this video, which is once again CSGO Selly. CSGO Selly is an easy to use site to sell your skins. All you have to do is go to your inventory, find an item to sell, and the site will find a buyer. CSGO Selly beats other insta-sell sites by up to 40% in price in some cases. They also have 13 different cash out options ranging from worldwide bank transfer to crypto to PayPal. So be sure to check them out, link at the top of the description. But for now, let's get back into some of our final investments of the video. So finally, a few different cases I want to talk about. I've mentioned some of these in previous videos, so I don't want to spend too much time on it, especially the broken fang case, but we'll talk about that one first, considering some things have changed. If you're looking to get the most out of your operation stars, I just want to say you should be putting them entirely in the broken fang cases. It's the safest way to make money, and with so much more coming into supply right now, your profit may not be as great as it could have been if you haven't been doing this since the beginning of the operation, but every week after the new missions get released, it seems like the cases, I mean, they have a giant drop when everybody's getting their stars and selling them right away, but they also have a pretty solid recovery. So towards the end of the operation, presumably when there's the most cases in supply, and they keep recovering in price to a number slightly less than the previous week, making them cheaper and cheaper as time goes on, which looks to be the current trend at least, that would be the best time to buy in on these cases, towards the end of the operation. Now, considering a lot of people probably have the same mindset and just wait till the end of the operation while they're the cheapest and scoop them all up, it might be better doing this a few weeks before the operation ends, but these cases are operation exclusive and will be gone after the operation ends. So really limited time item, and you'll want to get them for cheap towards the end of the operation if you want to invest in bulk. Breakout cases are another great opportunity to look at. Since the 10th of December, they've gone up nearly 80 cents to well over $1.10, which kind of makes me angry because I sold 400 of them at 90 cents, but they've recently started taking off in price, of course, right after I made that great decision. And considering they're extremely sought after, the only case which is exclusively a butterfly knife as the gold item in it, and considering you can't get them dropped anymore, breakout cases rightfully should be rising up and can be a great investment going into the new year. I recommend buying them on SkinBaron because they are a lot cheaper on there compared to the Steam market price. That's where I got my 400 of them and some other cases as well, which I'll get into. But if you do want to buy them on SkinBaron, I am partnered with them. The link will be probably somewhere at the top of the description. So keep an eye out for that if you do want to make some investing moves with cases or buy some play skins for cheap or whatever you want to do. But the next case I want to talk about are clutch cases, which are probably the best case that I have my eye on right now. I own a couple hundred myself, and although being in the active prime drop pool, meaning anyone in prime matchmaking can receive them as drops, they've still been rising in price the past few weeks. But why? Does that make any sense at all? Well, clutch cases are actually the only case which contain Gen 2 glove drops, and considering the latest operation added completely new gloves, they might be the only case ever released with these specific pairs of gloves, so potentially extremely sought after, currently cheap. I think they're like 14 cents on the Steam market each, and potentially will be added to the rare drop pool or non-prime drop pool, considering they've been out for I believe around 2 years, so there could potentially be less in supply. It's a great thing to look out for. And this little graphic is from the CSGO Market Forum Reddit, which is a great place to find information like this, and I really recommend looking at it if you are looking at getting into investing or just want to know some more information about it. And the final few cases to look out for, I'd say, are the CS20 case and Shattered Web case. The Shattered Web case, like the Broken Fang case, is of course an operation drop. It's been very up and down throughout its history, but recently it has been increasing in price and seemingly less volatile, at least for the time being. The Shattered Web case is something that I would recommend buying on a third-party site as well for real money if you are going to invest, as it will be much cheaper than the Steam market on there. Once again, personally, I recommend SkinBaron. They will be somewhere in the description, so be sure to check them out if you do want to buy anything in bulk for cheap, you want to buy investing items for cheap, you want to buy whatever it may be. It is much cheaper than the Steam market on there, at least by like 20%. And if you're buying cases, it's probably much more than 20%. So be sure to check them out. But for the CS20 case, it seems to be the only case that will ever contain the classic knife, as it's meant to be a special item for the 20th anniversary of CS. Although not being a super sought after knife, it is still rare. It's currently in the non-prime drop pool, and I wouldn't be surprised if this case got moved to the rare drop pool, making it extremely hard to get and on the same tier as the Bravo case drop. And prices will show that as well if this does happen. So another good investment to look out for. It's already gone from 7 cents to 11 cents in the past month, so definitely keep an eye out on that. But besides that, I think that does pretty much wrap up this video for January investments. If you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment down below and I'll try my best to answer it. But As for now, once again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.